There is so much great information released during the ASH annual meeting and exposition that you should take a few minutes to sort of catch up on all that's happened. 90 minutes exact. It's called The Best of ASH. It's taking place Tuesday. I'm joined now by the program co-chairs. We have Andy Weyrich, and also Scott Armstrong. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Andy, let me start with you. What kind of highlights are you going to be discussing?
Well, the first thing I'd like to say on behalf of both me and Scott, the hardest thing was kind of getting everything down into a small amount of group because there was so much great science here. But in the benign hematology space, we have some really exciting things we're going to talk about in venous thrombosis and hematopoiesis. We're going to talk about effects between males and females, and then some clinical trials and basic science research. It's going to be fantastic in ATTP and things like that. So we're really, really excited.
Having had the opportunity to go to a number of press briefings and such, the breakthroughs, they just seem to keep coming. It's amazing how much material was released here at the annual meeting. Scott?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been very exciting. I'll talk more about the malignant hematology abstracts in the session tomorrow. And it's really quite remarkable that we continue to see such progress in cellular therapies as a way to treat leukemias and lymphomas. So we'll be talking about some of the updates there. And also targeted therapies, even studies with imatinib, one of the first targeted therapies, and newer ones like ibrutinib and venetoclax. Those have all made it into the clinic. They're now being combined, and we're seeing some tremendous results. Also, in the basic science arena, the field of epigenetics continues to explode. Learning so much about how gene expression is controlled, and hopefully at some point we'll be able to use that approach as well to help patients with hematopoietic malignancies.
It must be difficult sometimes to contain your excitement just because of the things that are in the pipeline, and then you get to the annual meeting and you hear the actual results and know that what's released here is almost the tip of the iceberg. You're just hearing the very beginnings of what's going to roll out into, say, 2018.
Yeah, I say that's the most exciting thing about it is that you see fundamental discoveries that are kind of on the cutting edge, and then you can begin to see how they go into the preclinical space and then into the clinical. It's kind of it's actually really phenomenal, and the advances that we've seen here has just been incredible.
And in the world of cancer as well, Dana-Farber, I believe, is where you're associated. So give us some thoughts from that aspect as well.
Yes, it's very exciting. And in a big meeting like this where there's so much going on, you're trying to take in all the information, sometimes it's good to just step back and think, the discoveries we're hearing about here are actually changing people's lives. These are people that are living as a result of the work that's being done. So when you put it in that perspective, I think it kind of brings it home. That's why we're all here, for sure.
These are exciting times we live in. Gentlemen, thank you so much. The time is 11:30 on Tuesday. We'll look forward to the best of ASH.
Thank you very much.
And this is ASH News TV. And that's it from the 59th ASH Annual Meeting and Exposition in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Ed Highland.
And I'm Rachel Kopchak. We will see you next year in San Diego, California.